Pauline said I was okay, but it might take a few minutes to explain what was going on. She told her to sit in my office chair and wait until she got finished securing the machine. Gina complied and waited patiently while Pauline busied herself with the machine settings. All at once I heard the main breaker contact on the machine. Pauline had turned it on with Gina under the projector. I tried to get down out of the chair and see what had happened, but discovered that I was tied into the chair. All I could see was Pauline's rear as she bent down over Gina's slumped form. A few minutes later Pauline returned carrying an infant Gina. She placed her on the chair beside me and said, "Well, well, well. I see that both of you finally got together. I found the airline tickets to Buenos Aires in both your names. It really wasn't very smart to hide them under your old clothes, honey. You were planning to leave me, weren't you? I hope you enjoy your trip together, it's going to be a long one. Instead of going to Buenos Aires, though, the two of you will be journeying back into babyhood. I hope the two of you will be very happy together. I'm going to make sure that the two of you are never separated. You'll bathe together, sleep together, eat together until you're sick of the sight of each other. Unfortunately for you, you won't be making whoopee any more together. You'll just have to be satisfied with each other's company. You see, I've turned Gina into a baby just like you, honey. This way she can see you as you really are, a spoiled, immature, self-centered brat. And you, Gina. He'll be able to see you parading around the house wearing nothing but a skimpy diaper. Of course you'll be crawling on the floor on your hands and knees when you do it. Won't that be fun? I'm going to adopt the two of you as my babies. That way I'll be able to see the expressions on your faces when you realize how helpless you've become. I'm going to enjoy hearing the two of you cry for me to change your dirty didies. And you'll have to cry too, I've made the two of you too young to talk. You'll spend the rest of your lives in diapers being treated like the infants you really are. If one of you is really, really good, I may turn you back into a diapered 5-year-old so you can help me take care of your lover for an afternoon, but after I'm tired of looking at you, I'll change you into a baby again." The two lovers turned to face each other to see what the other had become. A look of sick horror crossed their faces simultaneously as they realized that Pauline wasn't joking, she would keep them as babies for the rest of their lives. A howl of despair rose up from the two babies as they realized how hopeless their position was. Pauline reached into her pocket and chuckled, saying, "Hush, children. Mommy's going to take good care of you. She wants you to live a long, long time. I want you to enjoy every minute of your return to babyhood. I'm going to." She popped a pacifier in each of their mouths and laughed as their infantile reflexes took over and they began to suck on the artificial nipples. She grinned and said, "Now I want the two of you to relax on the way home. I don't want you to get overtired and excited. When we get home I'm going to put you in your crib for a nap." They looked at her in horror as she continued, "I think I'm going to see my gynecologist about getting some medications to allow me to nurse." She laughed again as she saw that they had wet their diapers in terror while sucking on their binkies. They were going to be adorable little babies once she had them trained, she thought to herself as she picked them up and settled them on her hips. Pauline laughed again as she strapped them into the car. Her researches had allowed her to come so far and this pair of lovers had so far to go. Of course, since they were forced to crawl there on their hands and knees, they'd never make it. They'd spend the rest of their lives crawling aimlessly around their mommy's feet, just waiting for her forgiveness and their restoration to adulthood. It would never come.